All right, let's move on to tip number 3, okay? Customer and client testimonials. Now, I'm hoping most of you guys probably have a few customer testimonials on your website. If you don't, that is definitely something you really want to start focusing on, okay? Positive reviews establish credibility and what's called social proof, okay? Social proof is just a fancy way of saying humans like to know other people have had a good experience with something before they try it, okay? This is the reason why people go to a business's Facebook page or a business's LinkedIn page, and they want to see what people are saying, what people are commenting. You know, are people enjoying your products and services? Are they enjoying your customer service, or is it terrible, right? People want to know that before they buy something or they enter into a contract or a business relationship. So that's really important to remember, right? And we all fall into that same category, right? I like to do research. I like to know who I'm going to be working with and if other people have had a good experience with them. So here's some best practices, okay? These are really important. And I highly encourage you guys to take notes on some of these things so you can, you know, again, like I said, take them back to your coworkers, your boss, or whoever you work with and say, hey, you know, I heard these ideas, or I heard these tips, maybe we can do this, or things like that, okay? Also, I want to say that this presentation will be available after the webinar ends, so you can watch it if you forget anything or you'll want to go back and reference stuff. So again, these are some best practices for customer testimonials on your website, okay? Use names, faces, and places. Prospective customers, clients seek out testimonials that are real. These days, bots and online scams are widespread, so it's now more important than ever to show that your testimonials are from real people. The best way to show authenticity is to include their names. Typically, best practice is their first name and their last initial, okay? You don't necessarily always want to put people's full name, right? Just in terms of privacy. If you've gotten their permission to do that, fantastic. That makes it even more authentic and genuine, okay? The most important thing, guys, is including a photo of that person who's leaving the testimonial for you, okay? And believe it or not, this may sound silly, but they've done a lot of research and conducted different tests, and even if the picture of the person is not that actual person, people don't realize that. They automatically associate that person's face with the quote they're reading, okay? I'm not telling you guys to use beautiful pictures of people that aren't the person leaving the testimonial. The reason I'm telling you this is because it has a huge impact. When I see a picture of someone and a quote next to it, I say, oh, that's Bob, and this is what Bob said, okay? So in your audience's mind or your website visitor's mind, they immediately associate that quote with a real person, okay? Also, you can include their company, right? This is Bob from, you know, CPA Deluxe, okay, or something like that. The more information you add to these testimonials, the more authentic it feels and seems, okay? If you use their photo or if you want to use their last name, get their permission, okay? Really important. I'm going to show you, again, like I said, some examples in a minute here. Keep testimonials short and sweet. Every once in a while, I'll go to a website and I'll see like a short novel of a testimonial with like multiple paragraphs. You know, sometimes there's bullet points in there. You know, nobody is reading those, okay? And believe it or not, the longer the testimonial, the more people might think it's contrived or doctored or, you know, not real, okay? So, you know, when you get testimonials from your clients or customers, you know, try to keep them short, you know, a few sentences, okay? Like it says here, best testimonials are only as long as they need to be to share specific positives about your business. So keep them to a couple sentences at most, okay? Update your testimonials. Check periodically to make sure that they refer to product services you still offer, okay? If you have testimonials from a year ago, 2 years ago, or longer, they may be referencing product, services, things you don't offer anymore, okay? So they're not really that relevant. I'm not telling you to delete them, but you may want to move them down in the order of your testimonials, right? Typically, you want the most glowing, raving, positive reviews at the top, right? Front and center, prominently, where you have customer testimonials, okay? And then maybe put those ones that are older or the reference product services you don't offer at the bottom, or not even, in that section or somewhere else on your website, okay? So let's look at a few quick examples here, okay? I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna use my website, my company website as an example here. Just because you gotta practice what you preach, right? So just real quick, like I said before, just going back real quick to focus on your homepage, using motion and putting something interesting, right? I have this animation that I created in the background. It shows movement. It attracts your eye, okay? It's all black. It attracts your eye, okay? Let me reload this real quick here. So as you move down, you can see these things slide in. There's movement, things like that. So again, the more, I'm not telling you guys to just put a bunch of things that move around on your website. Use these elements strategically to draw your visitors' eyes to them, okay? I want people to see the clients I've worked with. That's why they slide in from the left, okay? So this is what I was talking about in reference to customer testimonials, okay? What our clients are saying. I've got a picture of the client, I've got the quote, and I've got her name, her title, and a link to her company, okay? Here's another example that's something I mentioned, right? Have questions about marketing? We can help, okay? This is a little plugin that I use on my website just to prompt people, okay? But that's a call to action, okay? Right there, it's a perfect example of a call to action, okay? Now, these testimonials are a little long, but believe it or not, they're maybe 3 or 4 sentences. They're just long sentences, okay? So typically, put your best testimonials on your homepage and then put a link to your other testimonials, okay? You can have a dedicated page where all of your testimonials live, okay? And your client logos and things like that, okay? So you don't want to take up too much space. Put your best ones there, put a picture there, and things like that, okay? I'll also show you a quick example. This is a good friend of mine, Brendan McKay. This is his mortgage company website. I'm sure some of you guys may know him. Again, you can see that there's actually, let me reload this real quick. So as you scroll down, right, you see these different visual elements, right, that are drawing your eyes. Testimonials, again, you have a picture, you have the name, and you can go through these different ones. So there's tons of different ways to display your customer testimonials, okay? All I want you guys to remember is that they should be authentic, they should include a picture, and if you want to, you can include their title or their website or company.